Loop through an array in JavaScript. In Java you can use a for loop to traverse objects in an array as follows. Can you do the same in JavaScript? You have several options. 1. Sequential for loop. Pros. Works on every environment. You can use break and continue flow control statements. Cons. 2. Verbose imperative, easy to have off by 1 errors, sometimes also called a fence post error. 2. Array prototype for each. The ES5 specification introduced a lot of beneficial array methods. One of them, the array prototype for each, and it gives us a concise way to iterate over an array. Being more than 10 years since the ES5 specification was released, December 2009, it has been implemented by nearly all modern engines in the desktop, server, and mobile environments, so it's safe to use them. And with the ES6 arrow function syntax, it's even more succinct. Arrow functions are also widely implemented unless you plan to support ancient platforms. For example, IE11, you are also safe to go. Pros. Very short and succinct. Declarative. Cons. Cannot use break continue. Normally, you can replace the need to break out of imperative loops by filtering the array elements before iterating them. For example, keep in mind if you are iterating an array to build another array from it, you should use map. Anti-pattern and proper use case of map. Also, if you are trying to reduce the array to a value, for example, you want to sum an array of numbers, you should use the reduce method. Anti-pattern and proper use of reduce. ES6 for of statement. The ES6 standard introduces the concept of iterable objects and defines a new construct for traversing data, the for of statement. This statement works for any kind of iterable object and also for generators. Any object that has a symbol iterator property. Array objects are by definition built-in iterables in ES6, so you can use this statement on them. Pros. It can iterate over a large variety of objects. Can use normal flow control statements. Break continue. Useful to iterate serially asynchronous values. Cons. If you are targeting older browsers, the transpiled output might surprise you. Do not use for in. @zipcodeman suggests the use of the for in statement, but for iterating arrays for in should be avoided. That statement is meant to enumerate object properties. It shouldn't be used for array-like objects because the order of iteration is not guaranteed. The array indexes may not be visited in numeric order. Inherited properties are also enumerated. The second point is that it can give you a lot of problems. For example, if you extend the array prototype object to include a method there, that property will also be enumerated. For example, the above code will console log A, B, C, and foo. That be particularly a problem if you use some library that relies heavily on native prototypes augmentation, such as MooTools. For example, the for in statement, as I said before, is there to enumerate object properties. For example, in the above example, the hasOwnProperty method allows you to enumerate only own properties. That's it. Only the properties that the object physically has. No inherited properties. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to learn JavaScript. We have a number of awesome tutorials in the works.